All right, guys, we're back to Faith Revealed, and we have a guest today. And I've known her for a good while, a long time. Mm-hmm. We have Charlie. I've known her from your family, from your dad and your mom. Mm-hmm. I don't remember how old you were, but you were
young.
You were super young. I don't remember seeing you when I would go over to your parents' house too much, because we were always doing like business stuff, and it was late, and you're probably either asleep or like out.
Like out a lot.
Like sneaking out of the house or something. No, I don't know. But yeah, this is Charlie, and I felt to invite you on. And you've been on. It's funny because you were on my heart like weeks ago, and then Matthew, I forgot his last name.
Matt Mo.
Well, that's not his last name. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have dropped it. I don't know if I dropped. Sorry, Matt. There you go. He mentioned you, and I was like, I totally forgot. Even though I talk to you all the time, or we do, at Chili's. So I just wanted to invite you on and see what God has for you to like kind of share and stuff. And I know it's been like a crazy ride for you. Mm-hmm. From where you were, and so if you want to give like a background, just I don't know, your family, your age, where you grew up.
Yeah, just give a little bit of background about yourself, and I guess you could share like how you came to God and just your story with God.
Yeah, for sure. Well, now I'm 21.
I thought you were. Wait, when did you turn 21? Were you 20 like last week?
Bro, she's been drinking.
You haven't been. Wait, when did you turn 21?
You haven't been paying attention, huh?
Oh, November. Okay.
My full birthday and social security number. No.
She hasn't been getting drunk then.
No.
Yeah.
We're safe from that one. So I'm 21, okay. And I've actually only been Christian for not too long, actually. Like, I want to say, I think 3-4 years now. 4 years. Mm-hmm. Because I'm 3 months sober in February, and there was a year there where I was Christian, but definitely not sober. Like Spencer said, my parents, they were super Christian.
Yeah.
Right? So I grew up in a Christian household. It's not like I wasn't Christian at all. Mm-hmm. I just didn't believe in it. It was 100% my parents' faith the whole time.
Yeah.
And I was honestly fully atheist. Like, I hit a point in my teenage years where I just didn't believe in God at all. Right? And that kind of started right around when because I got super, super sick. Went from ages like 11, I think. 11 to 12, maybe 10 to 11. I was super sick, and we found out now it's because I'm allergic to chicken. So that's
yeah.
You're
so super allergic.
I'm super like we'll go into anaphylactic shock allergic to chicken, which is crazy.
She touches it.
Yeah.
There's been a few times at Chili's where you've had to go home, right? Where the chicken touches.
Where I've had to go home, or I don't eat there anymore because I've had to. Go to the ER immediately afterwards. So
because they cook it all on the same.
Yeah. It's really difficult to guarantee it's not going to be touched. Like there's some things like seafood and stuff that you can guarantee. Not chicken though. It's just everywhere. Mm-hmm.
For the audience, Charlie is also a server at Chili's with us.
This is accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I like her. This is accurate.
So I got super, super sick, right? And we didn't know what it was. And it was like a good year. And I couldn't eat anything, could barely sleep, was constantly in the hospital, constantly throwing up. So I must have lost like 50, 60 pounds. I like 11 years old. I was skinny, so skinny. And I didn't need to lose that much weight, okay? I was super small, couldn't eat anything. And we couldn't figure it out. And the doctors narrowed down my diet to chicken and rice, which didn't help anything. And during that whole time, it was just everyone at my church, and I guess I was just angry too because I was so sick, and everyone at my church was always just kind of like, oh, we'll pray for you, as like this just throw it out there. You know what I mean? They never actually did it. I don't know if they did it at home. I couldn't tell you that much. I don't know their personal lives like that.
Seemed like more Christianese than anything.
Yes, where it's just like, oh, God will make it right for you. And you're like, oh, thanks.
That's
but
not even real.
is it right now? Like, is it right now? Thank you. I appreciate that.
And
And
this
in
is
my
when you're,
little
like,
mind.
12?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I didn't get figured out till I was 12.
Okay.
So
She was
this
11.
is, yeah.
Okay.
So this is this whole year of me just being so miserably ill that I was just constantly in the hospital. Like I was on first name basis with like ER nurses. So I just got so angry that I was like, you know what? Clearly God's not real. Like he's clearly not showing up for me at all in any way, shape, or form. And then I was still right about the like going along with my parents' faith. So anytime that they would want me like going to youth group or like in the church or anything, I would still go, whatever. I can honestly say I faked being sick more Sundays than I can count. I was like, I don't want to wake up. I'm going to sleep. Goodbye, guys. But I went to like youth groups and stuff, and I didn't really want to be there. So of course I ended up with the kids who didn't want to be there. You know what I mean? And it was always like older high schooler kids that I was hanging around, and I was in 6th grade. And those were the kids that would like, you know, smoke in the bathrooms and do drugs and drink, you know what I mean? So that was right around when I started smoking, like nicotine, okay, not anything crazy yet. So I think I started smoking at 11 before we found out what was going on. And then obviously we eventually found out that it was just chicken, and I was able to be okay, but that's not that big of a part of the story.
Well, at least you found out, you know?
Yeah, right? Jeez. So I started smoking with them, and then like that was just kind of what we did. Like I would hang out with them, and these are all like older kids. Like I'm 11, they're all like 16, 17. Yeah. And then I think I was 13 when I started dating one of them he was about to graduate high school. He was 18 at the time. And he was the one who introduced me to like weed and everything, and that was how I started smoking weed, which was great in my little mind because I was just so honestly just distressed in life. Like I hated everything. I was so angry because I was just infuriated with the cards I'd been dealt, I guess, which I hadn't been dealt honestly too bad of cards. Like I lived in a family that was still together. You know what I mean? The worst I had was an angry dad, which I mean, he did get angry, but
Your dad is a whole other story too,
yeah.
which is cool. But keep going.
Like his own story?
His own story
Yeah.
is like,
So is
whoa.
my mom. Have you heard my mom?
Oh, your mom is same. I try to get him on, but
You think if anyone here thinks I'm crazy, y'all should talk to my parents.
Her parents are great.
I promise you,
It's
anything
crazy where
you
they
hear
came
from me
from.
today is tame compared to what they did. Right?
Yeah.
So anyway,
That's why I wanted Chuck on. I was like, we gotta get both your parents. But keep going. I didn't want to stop you.
crazy.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. So that was the most I had, but I was just angry. And like I said, me and my dad are the same person. Like just period, the end. Our personalities, he created a gender bent version of him. Okay, that is what I am.
Carbon copy.
Yes, straight up. So of course, you know, we didn't get along all through my teenage years because we both knew every single button to possibly push to just make us freak out and scream at each other. Okay,
Yeah.
So smoking weed was a solid way for me to just, you know,
Relax.
yeah, chill out. And also I have some of the worst insomnia that honestly in anyone I've ever met. Like I just don't sleep very well. So it was honestly just a way for me to be like, oh, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna get my time. You know what I mean? And then things shifted in high school. I started sneaking out, partying. I think when I was 15 or so. Yeah, I think I was 15, about to turn 16. I ended up getting roofied at said party. And I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what happened that night. Like, I still can't tell you what happened. I could probably guess based on how I woke up the next morning, what I felt like, but I'm not gonna be like, I know exactly what went down, because I don't remember. I truly don't. Like, sometimes I'll have flashes, but I couldn't tell you. And that was when it just was a hard shift where I was like, I hope I die. You know what I mean? Like, there was no longer, I didn't want to be alive anymore. And I started taking a lot harder drugs. My drug of choice personally was cocaine. I snorting it left and right, which cocaine and weed, still stuck on that. That's a crazy mix. Okay, cocaine makes you go crazy, weed makes you go to sleep. But if you're like me, yes, yeah. If you're like me though, and you don't sleep at night, you got to get that boost for the morning to relax at night. You know what I mean? That was how I lived my life, and I played sports, so I really needed energy in my mind. And then I also, snuck out, went to parties. And that's not including the other stuff that I took. I was more of a take it now, never ask questions later kind of a person. So if someone offered me something, I was like, whatever, like, I'll take it, And I would go, I'd party, I'd sneak out, I was just using people left and right, you know what I mean? Like, I just got to a point where I was like, I just feel disgusting, and I hope if the next hit doesn't take me out, the one after that one will, you know what I mean? So honestly, the mixtures that I would take, the sheer amount of drugs, I'm shocked I haven't been taken out. So it was just kind of it was just a very, I'm done here kind of a situation. There were no like active attempts, I will say, but it was definitely this is the path. You know what I mean? Like it will end soon.
Whatever happens, happens.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're like,
exactly.
Just be done.
Yeah. And that continued on for a long time until I was like, I don't know, how old was I? I was probably 7. I was about to turn 18. Yeah, it was the summer before I turned 18. So it was me and my sister were talking. Lindsay, you guys know her.
Yeah.
She she went through her hard times in high school, don't get me wrong, but
Wasn't she like the perfect sister? Or perfect daughter?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We love her, though. She's great. She is the perfect daughter, as in she always stayed in the church. So she was always with the church, always working with the church. I'm not saying that she didn't go through her times. I'm sure she did.
Of course.
But she always had her faith. You know what I mean? And that was something my parents adored. And I remember talking to her about something. It was something that I was really angry about. I think it was something to do with our family or a money situation, because we were broke, okay, growing up. We did not have no money. So I think it was something about that. And I was so angry about it. And then she was just kind of like, yeah, this sucks, but we'll get through it. Like, we can get through it. And I was just kind of like, girl, what the heck? Like, what are we talking about right now? Why are you so calm? What is going on?
You didn't understand.
No, and it made me mad, and I could not figure it out. And then, like, it took like weeks, and then I was like, the only thing I could figure, because we lived the same life. We had the same parents, the same siblings. Well, I guess she didn't have me, or she didn't have herself. Whatever. You get what I mean.
But you have the same family.
Yes.
Come from the same place.
Because you have a brother and 2 other sisters.
Yes. No, exactly. So, and we're only like, what, 2 years apart?
Yeah.
So I was like, what could have gone wrong in this sense? Like, what could have possibly happened? And the only thing I could connect back to was she had stayed in the church. Now, I had long stopped going to church, period, the end. Like, I stopped going when I was like 16. Maybe I'd make an appearance here and there, but I'd stopped going for a long time now.
Yeah.
And that was the only thing that I could connect it back to, was that she had stayed in the church. So I decided I wanted to prove that God wasn't real to her so that she could be miserable with me, because why would she have happiness if I couldn't have happiness?
Yeah.
How was that fair?
Yeah.
Spoiler, that didn't work, guys. Sorry. Sorry for the ending to that
But that
story.
makes
So anyways,
sense, though.
we had since shifted churches, or that they had since shifted churches from the one they went to before to the one we're at currently right now. Mm-hmm. And I decided, whatever, I'm going to go. We're going to disprove this, like, right now. So I went on a Wednesday night, and I don't know, it was just full of people who were, like, really flawed and, like, had lots of issues and didn't have things, you know what I mean? And they were all like, oh, God will carry us through, you know, like, that's like what I met on the first night, was just a bunch of joyous people. And I was like, girl,
Yeah.
what are you on? Can I have some? Like, what's going on right now?
Yeah.
You know? And that's where I met a lot of people there that were just like, oh, we'll make it through. Like, God's got us. And it was just the wildest experience. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll keep coming back. Like, why not? And throughout this whole time, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I don't really believe in God, but, like, you guys are cool. You guys got this weird joy around you, you know?
I like you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a peace around you guys.
Yes, it was like, you guys don't have what, like, all these friends at parties have. Like,
Yeah.
and then it was like, this girl wanted to be my friend, just to be my friend. And I was like, oh, I don't got nothing for you. I'm sorry. And she was like, nah, okay. Like,
Not
you
asking
just
you for
come. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? What are we talking about here? And that was just the craziest experience to me, because even in the old church that I was in, I was with the kids who didn't want to be there, who didn't have that peace, who didn't have that joy. You know what I mean? So I just truly was just shell-shocked by it. And then the more I heard, like, the messages and all this other stuff, and I was like, wow, like, why is this kind of talking to me? Like, what's going on? God don't exist, but, like, wow, how do you know exactly what's going on in my life?
Yeah.
And then,
Spirit talking.
oh, yeah. But I was like, oh, no, it's fake. Like, and then I was in this relationship that I was just, I felt like God was like, no. It was with a girl, and I was like, I don't think I can keep doing this and being in this relationship with this chick. And then, so I ended up ending it with her, which, honestly, I only ended it with her because she roofied me too. Crazy work. So what happened with that one?
That is crazy work.
Right? What happened with
That's
that
crazy.
one, though, is so I had actually tried to get sober during that time, and she wanted to get high, and I was like, oh, no, I don't want to get high. So then she roofied me to get me high with her. Crazy. I was like, girl, what are we doing here? Like, come on now.
What's your line?
What's
bro?
even
What are we
crazy
doing?
is I didn't know it was her, because we were with a bunch of people. The way I caught her was I had taken a selfie with someone, and the live photo caught her doing it in the background in my drink.
Wow.
Girl, no, that's crazy. I was
Crazy.
like,
That is
I was
crazy.
literally like 2 days later, because as soon as I realized I was getting high, you know, you feel the relapse really quick, you know? And I was like, oh, snap. And that sent me
Falling.
into,
A spiral.
I think, one of the worst relapses I've ever been in. I OD'd one time, and yeah, it was just genuinely bad. And when I was in the middle of all of that, I was like looking through our photos of that night, and I was like, oh my gosh. Like, so then that's when I broke up with her. Took me that long. So
But it happened.
it happened. It ended. Okay. And then in the middle of all this, so summer is quickly approaching, and I'm like,
How old are you at this point?
I'm 17 still. Sorry, I started
Okay.
at the beginning.
No, you're
of
good.
17.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
So
you're fine.
summer is,
You're doing well.
this summer is when I came to Christ. And it was literally like, so summer camp with my church was like 2 weeks after I got roofied and relapsed. So I was like, I think it was literally 2 days before they were leaving. Camps are closed. No one has money for me to go. I'm like on one of the worst relapse drug binges of my entire life. And I was like, I'm going. I was like, let's go. And I hit up my youth pastor and I was like, yo, can I go to church? Can I come to camp? And he was like, yep, I got you. I got the money. And I was like, wait, but like, what do I need to do to like get the money? He's like, no, I got the money. I had extra. Someone dropped out. They had extra money and just gave it away so you can come in. And I was like, oh snap. Okay. So this is happening. Like, mind you, I'm like, let's do it. It was just kind of like, literally, I was high when I sent the text. I was off my mind, and I was expecting him to be like, oh, it's too late. You can't go. And I was like, well, if I can't go, this will be the summer I die. You know what I'm saying? Like, this will be it. 17, made it a long run. But then I went, and it was a crazy experience because, well, I didn't want to go. I actually was going to drop out the day of. And my youth pastor was like, no. I was like, what do you mean no? And he's like, I know where you live. I'm going to come pick you up. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm going. So then I show up like freaking on a down because I hadn't taken anything. So I'm just like crawling out of my skin, right? And it's like to the point I can feel my bones itching. Like I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, you know, so I'm showing up on one of the craziest withdrawals trip of my life, all right? And I go to camp with them. And throughout this time, I'm like suffering. Like it's not a good, like physically, because I'm just...
You're coming down.
Exactly. All the drugs are coming out of my system. I hadn't taken anything in about a day, or I guess it was like a week long. So it was a 6-day thing. I didn't take anything in 7 days. So by the very last day, I'm like sitting there and my pastor, he's preaching, right? And he claims it was the worst thing he's ever preached. He was like, it was not good because his voice was given out. He sounded crazy, but the words he was speaking though were just like hitting me in my soul. Like it was, I still remember it. It was like talking about how he was saying God still wants you. Like, even though you think you're dirty, I promise you, God still wants you. Like, have you ever had a dirty cloth that you just toss? No, you just wash it. And that's how God wants you. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I remember I was sitting there, and I'm not a crier. Like, I'm really not. And especially not in front of people. Like, I never was before. I had been so emotionless before. So this, I think, was the first time I'd cried in a very long time. Like, I didn't cry after I got roofied either times. I didn't cry after I OD'd. I didn't, like, there was no, and then I just broke down in tears. Like, I'm sitting in the back row, just bawling my eyes out. And I was like, I need to go outside. Like, this is embarrassing. Like, I'm evacuating immediately. You're leaving this building. Okay.
I'm out.
Yes.
Wow.
So I left. Okay. I was out of there. And I was sitting on the stump outside of the building, which is, so then he came out to me, which I guess I forgot this part. This youth pastor is the same one I've known since since 6th grade. So he moved and we followed him. Okay. So I've known him throughout this whole time. And the whole time I stayed in contact with him, and he was always just so like, I don't approve of what you're doing, but I love you and I want you to come back. So I want you to keep talking to me. Yes.
He was patient.
Yes. Very patient man. I wouldn't have done it. No.
That's why he was the youth pastor.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to have that to be.
Oh, ain't that the truth? And the things I told that poor man. So he came outside with me, and he was just like, you okay? Like, he's made me see me cry. I didn't even know, like, not like this ever. So he was kind of like, are you all right? Like, what's going on right now? Like, are you okay? And I'm just bawling, like, sobbing on this tree stump. And then he was like, I'm like, okay, I'm okay. Like, leave me alone. You know what I mean?
You're like, I was trying to get away from you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm like, you were too much.
I'm running from you, Jesus.
Bro.
Yeah.
So then he's like, oh, okay. So he walks away. He gets maybe halfway. And then he turns around and walks back to me, and he goes, I feel like God's telling me not to leave you alone right now because he wants to talk to you. And I was like, boy, you don't leave. And then I was like, yeah, I think he does too. Like, in the middle of sobbing. And he was like, so you believe in God? And I was like, right now, I don't think I can deny him. I don't think it's possible right now.
Wow.
And he was like, oh, like, that's amazing. Like, I'm so glad to hear that, you know? And then he's like, okay, cool. Maybe you should just pray. And, like, patted me on the shoulder and walked away. And then he stopped again halfway through. And he came back and he was like, do you want to pray and have Jesus back in your life? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, okay. He was not expecting this. He was, don't get me wrong, he was elated. He was so happy, but he'd known me for so long. And I had denied God over and over and over again. And don't get me wrong, I was under no illusion the whole time. I knew what I was doing was bad. I had no interest in being good. So he was just kind of like, okay, like, let's pray, like, let's do it. And, you know, we prayed. I accepted God back in, which is crazy because, like, 3 feet from me is a girl that accepted Christ in too to her heart. That's my best friend today. She's, like, one of my literal favorite people, and we literally got saved on the same night. Both of us were atheists. Both of us.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, crazy.
Cool.
Same camp. We just both decided to go. Like, yeah, it was
random.
Yes. And now we are.
You guys weren't
not
friends at
Right.
the time.
No,
You weren't
we
friends.
didn't even know each other at the
You
time.
didn't know each other.
We didn't know each other.
You
at
met
all.
at the camp same day you came to Christ.
Yes.
Like
Wow.
Ethan said, random but not
cool.
random.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And now
exactly.
she's like literally when I'm going through, I'm like, girl,
That's cool.
keep me off these drugs. And she's like, okay, don't do drugs. And I'm like, all right.
What?
It's definitely please pray for me right now because I need help. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been a crazy coincidence. So that was when I was 17, turned 18 that year, and I didn't get sober until the Valentine's Day later. So, so I was still, came down the mountain, you know, and went right back into doing what I was doing. But now I was just going to church. I was okay. So
Yeah, I remember that.
I would go to youth group and then go get high afterwards. Yeah, go to parties.
Been there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, it's the way it goes. No.
Even after my experience, I went to Santa Barbara and it was like, I got Jesus, but I'm high. You know,
It's so hard
Yeah.
to switch.
All right,
Yeah.
Lord, who am I going to school today? That's how I went.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was definitely
Understand that.
a time. So I was still
Keep going.
getting high, still doing drugs, still going out and partying in Riverside, still hit my old meetups, hookups, you know what I mean? All this in Riverside, by the way, which I had some crazy connections at 13 years old to be
In
partying in Riverside, bro.
That's crazy.
Listen, yeah, anything you could think about out there, yep, I was associated.
That's my homegirl.
Riverside?
I know Riverside.
Yeah.
I know San
So-
Bernardino too.
What ended up coming to a peak was I was with some friends and a guy I had met, and we went to a party, which, not told to me at the time, was a gang thrown party or.
Oh, you went to a hood
Oh
party.
yeah, yeah. Been to plenty of those, but now I was kind of.
This was different.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it ended a bit differently,
Yeah.
that's for sure. So I was at the party, and halfway through it gets shot up for, you know, honestly, anyone could have called that one, right? Which was a first for me, I will say. Been to plenty of gang parties, never been to one that got shot up, or at least I left before it did. All right, couldn't tell you. And the guy I was with ended up getting hit, and he didn't make it through, unfortunately. But what was crazy was we were dancing together, and we spun, and I had been where he was, right, like 2 seconds before he got hit, like 0.2 seconds before that.
Oh, wow.
So if like, and where he got hit, I would have gotten hit straight in the head. Like, I wouldn't have made it as long as he did. Like, he didn't make it, and I still wouldn't have made it as long as he did. And I remember I was just, because he fell on top of me, and I managed to get him off, and then everyone just kind of took off. Like, everyone was running, and I just kind of like, it was just a shell-shocking moment, because I was just
So
kind of
real.
like, yes, so real. And I'd been around stuff before, like, I'd been seen ODs, but it had never, how do I put this, covered me, if that makes any sense at all. So it was never someone close to me in that sense. And so then we all get back, and it was the kind of shooting up where once cops got there, there's tons of underage people. They're not even trying to figure out who's who. They're just getting people the hell out. Oh, sorry. Whoa, my bad, guys.
You're fine.
So they're just
Good.
literally like, I remember I got yanked up over a fence by a cop that was like, literally, take off. Like, if you can run as fast as you freaking can. And I got stopped a couple times, but that was literally just because I was covered in blood. So, not my own, but I was like, no, I'm good. Like, let me out. It's not mine. Let me leave. And so then I get in the car. Mind you, I'm drunk, high. Don't do this. I ended up driving because out of me and my other 3 friends.
You were the most sober.
Yes. And I honestly only trusted myself, right? And my other friends are all, let's go to another party. Let's go somewhere else. Like, let's go somewhere else. And I'm sitting here like, guys, I need to go home.
Do you not
it's
see
like,
this?
Yes,
What the
literally. I'm like, it's up on my face. It's like in my hair. I'm like, I need to go, you guys. Like, I need to get in the shower yesterday. Like, what are we talking about? Another party? Like, and
I have
then
blood on me.
Yeah. Okay. I'm like, do we need glasses? What's happening right now?
Yeah.
And
They're blind.
so then we get back to my friend's college. I get in her shower. They go to a different party. Okay, and I'm
That's
just
crazy.
kind of
They
like,
just-
yeah, they
Right.
left me there.
That's the
And-
blindness of sin.
That's so, yeah, that's blind.
When you're blinded by your sin, that's what it
Oh
does.
yeah, they definitely were. Then it was just kind of like everyone was like, I need my own fix. You know what I mean? There was no, oh, let me care about you. It was just like,
Yeah.
let
Do
me
you think
get
they were
my hit.
aware that the dude died or no?
I couldn't tell you. I can't honestly.
Probably
say.
not.
Tell
I
them?
haven't
No.
spoken
Probably
to
not.
them since. So I crashed there at that night. I slept there at the apartment after I showered. They all came home way later, and just I don't even know. I didn't talk to them. I was just honestly, I was in shock. Like I was in shock. I was still on drugs. I was drunk, so I was faded. I was cross-faded. I'm like, can't even think, and I'm in so much. Like I don't even know what to process. I've been seeing this dude for like what, a month, 2 months. Like we'd been together. Like, and I was like, I don't even know how to process what's going on. And then I remember it hit like, I don't know, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. And I was like, I'm out. I'm going home. And so then I'm driving home. And I feel like normally there's not, like it's not the greatest amount of traffic, but normally it's not bad. It took me to get from Riverside to Wildemar. It took me like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. And the whole time I was just sitting there in silence, like no music, no nothing. And then I remember so clearly during that car ride, God just being like, are you done? Like, are we done now? Can you come to me fully? Like, are we done here? And I was like, all right, I guess we're done. Like, I guess I'm going to actually try. And that, since then, I've only smoked weed once. Everything else, I cut cold turkey. Not a fun time. This is horrible.
But God will do that.
Oh, yeah.
He'll do that. I've had similar experiences.
Yeah.
Cold turkey.
Makes you stop real quick. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're done. I mean, even as miserable as I was, like, I was like, oh, yeah.
It's like you don't want to look back.
Yeah. I was like, I'm just gonna like crawl into my cocoon and not do anything. It was mostly weed. And then finally I have a very, very good friend of mine out in Idaho. And I was like, I'm just gonna quit altogether. And I flew out to her, locked myself in her bedroom for a week, and that was it. It was the last time I ever smoked weed. Haven't done drugs since, like hard drugs, since February 14th. And yeah, it's been, I don't want to say great, but it's been,
So it
it has been.
But-
So it was
so-
since a year ago, or this was a couple years ago?
This was a couple years ago.
Okay,
So I was the February after I turned 18.
Okay.
got it.
So like
3 years ago.
3 years
Yeah.
ago.
Almost
Okay.
3. Close.
Almost
to
3.
Yeah.
So now, okay, wow, I didn't know that part. So
I didn't know
now.
about this.
Yeah, so now where you're at today, and it's cool because you were talking to me about it recently and a couple months ago, and you're all nervous about it. But now it's going great. I want you to talk about what God's doing with you now in
Which
your
is
light.
so funny. 'cause
It's
if
cool.
you told me
It's cool.
3 years ago that I'd be teaching children, guys, I don't like kids. Don't tell any of my kids. Don't tell any of mine. Don't tell any of my.
No, you're just not a kid person, right? Like naturally, you're not a kid person.
No,
Yeah.
They're
I'm not.
they're gonna watch.
They
this.
get on my nerves. I know. They're all gonna
Yeah.
be like, Charlie, why'd you say that?
Well, that's the truth, but I'm called to this.
But yeah, you do like student venture.
No. Yeah, I do a student venture, which is actually where I'm going today after this.
It's your youth group, right? Or,
You gotta explain it to him 'cause he
Student
doesn't know what it
venture
is.
actually it's a club, it's an association that we go into schools basically and we just hold a club and just literally talk about God. Like you can go, you don't have to go, it's during lunch, we have games, and it's literally just like, we don't care what religion you are, just come sit with us. Like that's okay. You know what I mean? And we talk about God, we share the message, you know what I mean? And we've had a lot of kids come to Christ through it, and it's been literally the coolest thing to experience. I can say there's been a couple schools that are just, the way I've watched the school change in and of itself is so cool. Like, just watching the Lord work through some of these high schools, awesome. Like, these kids are braver than I am right now. Let me tell you, some of these kids will be like walking through the schoolyard and they'll be like, I see you. Let me pray for you. And I'm like, what? Right now? You're going to pray for them right now? Okay. Let's go.
Cool.
I'm not going to say no, but all right. Do you know this person? They're like, no. I'm like, oh, all right. Let's get it.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's been really cool.
Is it only high school?
I'm actually in middle school. So
Okay.
I'm in I serve in a lot of middle schools. And then we have a lot of high schools.
Wow.
Didn't they? You've told us, but they created a job position for you for it, right? Yeah.
That I did not want to take at first.
Yeah. So she works at Chili's, and then she came up to me and was like, Spencer, I don't know if I should take this job. And I didn't know what student venture was because I don't know anything about. I didn't know at the time. She was explaining what it was, and they were like, "Oh, they created a spot for me." And I was like,
Because you were.
"You don't think God wants you if it was created for you?" I was like,
Because you were kind of doing it already, right? But just
I
not getting
was.
paid for it,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of like, honestly, I can't even say now I know where I'm going in life. I truly can't. But I am taking it one step at a time. And I was just volunteering. And then they were like, we want you to do more. And I was like, financially, I literally can't do that. I was like, it's not possible for me.
Yeah.
And they're like, we got you. I was like, oh, snap.
"Cool, awesome."
Yeah.
Is that program through your church?
No, it's through its own thing.
Oh.
I mean, a lot of people at my church do work there, but it's its own thing. It was started by Monty Sharp.
Okay.
Name drop. He's great. He's awesome.
Is that what Matt works with you in that, or is he just?
Matt works with, I don't know if he does student venture. He's at the church.
He's at the
He's
church. He's
at
the
it.
youth pastor, I believe. I think. Yeah.
I always hear a mix.
Sorry, Matt, you got
these
dropped a
two
couple
things.
times.
Yeah. I feel like we're all so closely, we
Yeah.
all work so closely, like intertwined. It's kind of,
Yeah.
I see them literally all the time. So
That's cool. Albert, were you pulling up a scripture or something?
Still looking. I'll
That
interject.
was a amazing. I didn't know that all of that. So when you dropped that, I was like, oh, that's a amazing story. I'm excited to see as God uses you more with the kids because being a teenager or being a high schooler at 13 and doing all the high school stuff and being around that, it's like
100%.
you have a lot of like connection to all these kids that think
I have, like me now, I have the biggest heart for middle schoolers because I'm like,
I thought you don't like
but also it's so hard because I can literally, some of these kids, I'm looking at them and I'm like, oh, I see me. Like,
That's why you have the heart.
yeah, I'm like, I get it. Like, you're struggling. Come here.
God's given you the capacity to love on them
Yeah.
and to be patient with them.
Thank God, because me just as I am, not a fun person. Just me alone, no one here would like me. But God's great. And so
That's not true.
it's so funny.
She's my cup of tea.
Thanks.
We here.
No, you're great, Charlie.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's an awesome story.
What would you say to like people, like kids watching probably, like because like it sounds like drugs was your biggest struggle after you're like, I can't deny God. What's like they're in that struggle right now? Like what would you say to them? What's the best way to go through it?
Honestly, I would say, no, this is going to sound crazy. There's really no better hit than God. And I mean that with my whole heart.
That's a good line.
You're speaking their lingo because they would 100% understand what you're saying.
Because there's not. Like, even afterwards, I was like, oh, God's great, but now I'm going to go find my happiness and joy in my drugs. But, like, I wasn't happy. Me now, after getting off the drugs, I had to relearn how to be a person, like how to live, how to be myself. And the craziest part is you think you're having fun, you think you know happiness, you think you know fun. You don't know how to have fun when you're on drugs and you're drinking. You literally don't know how.
Facts.
Because that's the only thing that made it fun for you.
Yeah.
So when you don't have that,
The high made it fun, but once you don't have the high, you're like,
exactly. You're like, what do you mean?
what are we doing here?
So I would definitely say, like, getting off the drugs is hard. Like, it's not easy. And sometimes it's freaking miserable, but it's worth it because the emotions you experience are so much better than the ones that you did before. Like, truly. And I feel like a big part of me was I was always I'm too dirty for God. I'm too used. I'm too, like, I can't be. God can't love me. And that's just not true.
True. Facts.
Literally, it's not true. Like, that's why the towel thing hit me so hard, was because it was like, you don't just, every time you use a towel, you don't throw it away. You just wash it.
Yeah.
It's going to get dirty again. Just the same way I guarantee you I'm going to fail again at some point. Just wash it, because God will wash it every time.
That brings me to this scripture. Great transition. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 26. We'll start there. On the left side is Amplified. On the right is New Living Translation. It says, just look at your own calling, believers. Not many of you were considered wise according to human standards, but not many powerful or influential, not many high and of noble birth. But God has selected for his purpose the foolish things of the world to shame the wise, revealing their ignorance. And God has selected for his purpose the weak things of the world to shame the things which are strong, revealing their frailty. It's just, you know, we weren't weak, we weren't strong, you weren't desirable, I wasn't desirable, none of us were desirable, but God is like, nope, you're desirable to me, and I'm going to use you to bring this thing together and bring people out of it, because people need to see and hear your testimony.
For real. Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. So many people came to mind. Talking
So many people
whoa.
go through what I went
Uh-huh.
through. I'm not alone, and that's also another thing. Lots of people think they're alone in this. You're not. Like,
100%.
I mean, look at all the people that literally were just like, "Dang, girl, me too." In this room alone, just met a bunch of people.
And you don't even know. Some people sit in the silence of thinking they're alone, and that's what
the devil wants.
Yes, he wants you to sit in that isolation. He wants you to sit in those emotions, those guilty feelings, not really knowing that Christ loves you. He died for you, and he died to give you the healing and the freedom that you need.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the beauty of the gospel.
And you can't shock God.
No.
He knows everything. There ain't no surprising him. He knows every dirty thing you did, and he wants you anyways. He's like, girl, I know. I'm not shocked.
I know.
Come here. It's not like a significant other where they're like, you did that? No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not the way it works with God.
Cool. I'm so glad you came on. So glad.
Yeah, thanks for...
So glad I didn't hit that cat, you guys.
So she came in, like, you know how you turn right or you turn when you're going through the gate and then you have to make like a kind of like a U-turn almost to turn right. Well, she was driving and I'm on the phone and I'm like, keep just going straight. And she's like zooming. I'm like, no, turn right now. And she like drifted. She was like,
I was going like 20 miles an hour.
On the dirt road.
on that dirt.
I drove a Jeep.
Oh, so you got that 4-wheel drive.
I was fine. And then he goes, oh, go straight, turn out. I was like,
Turn out, I'm right here.
And she literally did. I was like, oh.
Tokyo
cat
drift.
ran out in front of me. The cutest little cat right in front of me. I was like, no.
No, Lord, no.
Oh my God.
You didn't hit it.
Yeah.
You made
Crazy.
it. Well,
Well, yeah, thanks for coming and sharing. I didn't know a lot
Of
of
course.
that story, so that was cool for me to hear. Same with everyone else in here, I'm sure. But
Nice to meet you guys. No.
yeah, what Albert was saying, yeah, everyone watching is desirable. No one's dirty enough for God. You're not alone in whatever you're going through. As you could see, there's many people going through the same things you are. So just know God knows what you're doing. He still wants you. He still loves you. Just
he has a plan for you.
He has a plan for you. Believe in Jesus, that he rose from the dead. Confess that with your mouth, and you'll be saved. You might struggle for a while, but take Charlie's advice on how to get through that. And
Maybe don't lock yourself in a bathroom for a week. Go to like AA or something.
The sanctification process.
just
That's what it is.
Just seek God in all of it, and he will transform you into a whole new person. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks again for coming on, Charlie. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.